Hello FlossTube, it's Christy. This is Kinder Ramblings, and thanks so much for coming to visit my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're a repeat visitor, I appreciate you coming back to see what I've been doing, stitching, making, creating, yo-yoing, I don't know. There's no telling what's going to go around here. There's no telling what's going to come out of my mouth today either. It has been a long day. I say that every time, but again, I teach kindergarten, so it's always an eventful day. My job is not boring, ever. Today we had lots going on as usual. I was later for school, coming home from school because my principal, who has been with us or has been at the school in some capacity for the 9 years that since the school opened, but for the 9 years that I've been there, she's been the principal, and she's been an amazing principal to us all, and she's retiring this year. So we've been having some meetings after school, some of us, to prepare for her retirement. And it's going to be a bittersweet time for all of us. We're not sure who's going to take her place. Not that anybody could really take her place, but she's the person that you can go to for her always an open door policy. And she knows exactly, she gets it. She was a teacher and she's not forgotten what it's like to be one. So we've been planning that. So I was a little late coming home. So the lighting in here is terrible. The overhead light is attached to the lights under the counter over there, so you're going to see that's very distracting, but I'm sorry, that's the best I can do. I could probably go to another room in the house, but it looks like you would, if you saw this countertop, what I have to show you, you would say, get your life together, because this is something else. I'm getting the shakes just looking and thinking about all this stuff that I have to share and show with you. So anyway, let's get it started, because as you all know, if you've watched my videos before, I run about 20 minutes because I get tired of hearing myself talk. I love watching the FlossTube videos that are 40, 45, an hour, around that amount of time, because I can jump on my exercise equipment, watch your video, and I'm done and before I know the time is up. So I appreciate those people who are able to talk and share and keep everybody's interest for that amount of time. I would like to first say, if you did not, I have notes over here, so if you see me look cross-eyed, that's what I'm doing, looking at these notes so I don't forget anything, because I am going out of town in 2 days, and I've been packing, and I have Disney on the brain, so I'm going to try to keep it focused and do what I'm supposed to do on these FlossTube videos. The first thing I want to say is, if you have not read, or if you haven't watched video number 7, if for nothing else, you don't have to watch me, go to the comments and read some of those comments. I asked people to list their favorite notion, their favorite cross-stitching, sewing, quilting notion that they use. And there were a lot of great ideas, thoughts, things that I'm enabled to go by myself. So if for nothing else, go over and read those comments on video number 7. Some people didn't really have a favorite notion. They just said, great video, thanks, I appreciate you putting it out there, and thanks for that too. So all comments are always welcome and appreciated, but I've really learned a lot of different products that I didn't know existed and ways to make life easier in the craft room and when we stitch. So go check that out if you haven't. And that video included a free little gift away, and that went out to Palette PC. Palette PC, I mailed that yesterday, so you should get that soon in the mail. And so I appreciate everybody who left comments on that video. That was a fun little thing to do for 500 plus followers. So thanks. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is I was watching Stitching in Sequins. Love her. I was watching her video, and I love her things that she chooses to stitch. And she mentioned in the video a Facebook group called Bewitched Stitches. And she said, you know, first of all, there's like, there are 3 questions. Anybody can join, but there are 3 questions that, you know, to kind of keep the group the way that they like it. 3 questions you have to answer if you want to join. And the first answer was like, does dark matter offend you? Do you get upset whenever you see things Halloween style or macabre? And then the second one, that was, do you love Halloween, was number 1. Number 2 was, does subject matter offend you? And number 3 is, how did you learn about this group? So those were 3 easy questions for me to answer. I do not get easily offended. In fact, I've told y'all, if you've watched before, I'd rather watch a horror movie than a romantic comedy any day. I don't know. I just grew up watching horror movies. It's kind of fun to be scared. I don't want to be scared in real life, like somebody chasing me down with an axe. But it's fun to watch other people on the screen get scared, and it's, I don't know, get your adrenaline going. And I would easily rather listen to a podcast on the way to work than the radio. I guess because I listen to things all day long, it's kind of nice to get lost in a story. So I listen to, one of my favorites is True Crime Garage. Those guys are hilarious. It's Nick and the Captain, and if you get offended easily, I would not suggest going there. Though they're not, I mean, they're not raunchy or vulgar, but they're funny. They play off each other well. So that's one of my favorites. There's a bunch of true crime podcasts out there, but that one is my favorite. Haunted Places is another great one. So if those kind of things don't float your boat, well, you don't have to watch them or listen to them. But if you do, try True Crime Garage. It's amazing. And I'll put a link to, or just tell you what I said down below in case I'm speaking where you can't understand me. Okay, so all that to say this. When I went to Bewitched Stitches, joined, they accepted me as a member, I think that night or the next morning, and I was scrolling through some of the past posts, and a girl on there mentioned a Halloween countdown calendar that she wanted to stitch. And I'm like, that is amazing. And I want to show you, years ago, and I've mentioned this before, I did a lot of mixed media, paper craft, scrapbooking, went to a lot of retreats. I actually taught a class on this I'm fixing to show you. I made a countdown calendar, and it is a mixed media piece. It has, it's made out of a cookie sheet. I'm gonna show it to you. And it's old. I mean, I made it when my children were little, and they're 13 and 11. And as you can see, I mean, there's my 13-year-old when he was about 5, and there is a glare. And there are my 2 boys when they were probably 4 and 3. He was probably 4 there, 4 and 3. And when we lived in Alabama, I taught this class about the Halloween countdown calendar. And this is just the countdown, and there is a terrible glare on it, but it's made out of a cookie sheet, and this is all just scrapbook paper, and these are different mixed media pieces that I put together to make the magnets for the countdown. The last one, I'm knocking stuff over, the last one is the cat with the 31 on it. I mean, I'll show you a couple. This one is the 11 pumpkin. So each piece is kind of unique, and as the days go by, all the magnets get hidden on the back of the cookie sheet, and as the days go by, the kids usually will take the number and put it back on the calendar. I made one of these for Halloween and one for Christmas. And I've used it as decoration since I made it. It just sits on a plate stand in the kitchen, and the kids still love it. I mean, they're 13 and 11. So this is one of my favorite things. And so when I saw the Halloween countdown calendar, I'll show it to you one more time up close. Let's see. And you might not be interested, but you might. And then I have, this is just a little magnet that comes off, and I have this picture on there that just can stick. I have not changed these pictures out in all the years because these are my favorite at the pumpkin patch pictures, and they kind of go along with what the theme is. So anyway, all that to say that the poster, the lady who posted that about the countdown calendar from the Primitive Hare, had my attention immediately. I wasn't aware that the Primitive Hare had an Etsy shop that you could get some of the past patterns. So I went right away that day and ordered the countdown, Spooky Countdown is the name of it, and you can stitch it all one piece, which is over here on this side on a tombstone. Is that the cutest thing ever? I don't know if you can see it. Or you can stitch it all in a frame, boxed little pillows right here. And I just fell in love with it. So that is, I've already bought all the floss. It is absolutely on my next up when I get back from Disney World. I'm going to be stitching and starting the countdown calendar. I don't think it'll take the place of the metal one, but I adore this Spooky Countdown calendar from the Primitive Hare on Etsy. So I'll put a link down below if you're interested in this Spooky Countdown. It is the cutest thing I've seen in a long time. So each part has the number, and you can stitch it all in one piece, or you can have your handy husband or handy wife or handy neighbor or grandma or grandpa or uncle make you this little tray slash boxes to put it in. But I really do like the tombstone. It's cut out and I think it says rest RIP at the top. You can see it in gold up there, very barely, but it is adorable. So that is that. That is some of the things, one of the things that I saw and just had to have it. It made me remember the metal countdown calendar I made. So I had to have that, needed it. Okay, next thing are some favorites. And the first favorite I want to share with you is because we're going, it's not scrapbook related or cross stitch related. Because we're going to Disney and I go with my niece, Shelby, she is 21. And we just went in October. We went October for the, almost said the Very Merry Christmas party, but that's not. We went for the Not So Scary Halloween party in October, so we decided to go back again for the Flower and Garden Festival, and so we are going, and I went online and bought us these little bracelets. They're the little tearaway, or the bracelets that you wear until they fall off, and when they fall off, you make a wish. And so at the bottom it says, and put on your bracelet, when your bracelet wears off, your wish may come true, and ask, believe, receive. So these little bracelets are from Kimberley. I have it written down here. Kimberly's Wish, and this is her card, and I'm not affiliated with her. I'm not affiliated with any of these people in any way. If I'm ever affiliated with anybody, I promise I'll let you know, but I just think that's great service. People need to know about it if they're interested. But this is Kimberly's Wish, and she has a buy one, get one free sale. So I got both of these bracelets for $2.89, and shipping all the way from London. I wasn't expecting them to get there for this trip. I know that my niece Shelby's getting married soon and her honeymoon will be in Disney World, so I figured I'd just give it to her for her honeymoon. But I ordered them on March 4th and received them on March 17th. So that's not very long from London, and the shipping was not bad either. I want to say I got both of them for altogether, buy one, get one free, $6 roundabout. It wasn't bad, and they come in these cute little organza bags, cute little gift. And if you're not a Disney fan, I get it. I really do. They have a bunch of different Disney charms, but they have everything else too. Soccer, flowers, watering cans, just really, and not all of them are Make-A-Wish. Some of them say thank you. So, I mean, wedding favors. These are just really cute. So I'll put a link to that if I've not already said that. I probably said something 15 times in this video, but it's okay. I'm not a professional, and I don't play one on TV. So anyway, okay, next up, I want to talk about Ort jars. I saw someone had an Ort, I know who it was, Pretty Southern, has an Ort bag that she took, a bag she really liked apart and put it on some scrapbooking or neat paper that she bought and made her own Ort bag, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then, who else? Let's see, Donna Ray from Flannel Jammy's Farm has her own Ort jar, and it's clay and it has the word Orts on it, and it is really cute. But so I figured I needed some place to put my Orts because I'm tired of just laying them up on top of the bedside stand because I stitch usually in my bed with the lamp. And so I decided I'm gonna get, you know how I love anything that's made of wood around this house. So, not made by my husband, but I bought this little wooden bowl, and it's just made by Threshold, and I love any wood, but I put my Orts in there. And that proved to be not a great idea, because I have a cat named Charlie who likes to eat thread. He likes to eat cotton swabs too, but that's another story for another day. So, though this is adorable, it doesn't keep him out of the thread, and he likes to play in it, he likes to chew on it, and so not a great idea for cats. And Charlie's been with us, and he's a whole lot more important than my Orts. So I decided to switch my Ort bowl out for an Ort salt. This is just a salt container that holds salt. And I already see my Orts are in there. It just holds salt, but I love it because it closes. And I got this at a discount shop. We have a discount shop called Dirt Cheap where I live. We actually have two of them. And it just gets closeout merchandise from Target, returns. if there's a fire sale or if a liquidation, they buy all those things. So every time you go, it's something different. And so this was a Target, still in the package, cardboard, and it's just, it's like $2.99. But it has served me well so far as an Ort jar. And I was wondering, I've heard Orts so many times, and I was like, what does that even, why do we call them Orts? And I thought they were stood for short, like take off the SH and it's Ort. But no, it stands for Old Ratty Threads, and it might stand for some, there were like 2 or 3 other things that people kind of over the years have thought that Ort stands for. So if you have something else that Ort stands for other than Old Ratty Threads, put it down in the comments. I'd love to read. I always love to learn new things. I guess that's the teacher in me. Okay, so I talked about that. Now I'm moving on to my finishes. I have one cross stitch finish this week, and it is Lizzie Kate's April. And you saw March last video, 2 videos ago, last video maybe, last video. I have just finished Lizzie Kate's April, and this is a 3M made by Post-it project envelope, and it doesn't clasp. It has this little flap, and it's just perfect for, so far, for any of the cross stitch designs that I've stitched, other than the one that I have in the frame, the Charles Wysocki that I have in the frame. So this is my finish for this week, and this is Lizzie Kate's Flip It Bits April. So cute. I need to go ahead and mat it and get it ready for the frame that my husband made for me for all of the Lizzie Kate Flip It Bits. So that is my finish. I'm doing all of these Lizzie Kate Flip It Bits on 28 count tea-dyed Monaco, and so they'll all match. And that brings me to I had the finish last week, but now I've got the frame that my husband made for me, and just to slip these all down, I'm about to drop something, slip these all down into the frame. And this is the frame he made for me. It pops, the top pops off right here with a lot of effort. There are 2 dowels in there that I can get the top to come off if I need to, if something is too thick. But so far, so good. The March just slid down into this slot that he made at the top. And so if I ever have to, I can take this top part, see, it just slides off and pops back in place. So this is the March. I'm supposed to tell you that this is made of red oak, in case you want to whip yourself up one. Red oak frame. I love it. He went above and beyond, because really I thought I just need a slit. That's it. But anyway, he put the little snap just in case the buttons or something, the embellishments won't let it slide down into. I can just, it's a bigger area in there once this part's off to get stuff down in. So it just snaps back, and it just sits right on the counter by my Happy Everything plate. So every month the Happy Everything embellishment changes on the plate, and Lizzie Kate Flip It Bits is going to give us the next month. So I don't need to get started on May for a couple more weeks, so I'm glad I've got April done. And I can move on to Halloween countdown, what's it called? Spooky countdown. That's important to know. All right. This past weekend, I've been working on Jack's quilt for 10 years. No, not really. Jack's quilt is 10 years old, but the fabric is 10 years old, and it's been sitting. It's all been cut into squares and triangles for all this time. It's been in a plastic, what are those things called? Plastic containers that snap shut. I don't remember the name of it. I'll put it in a link down below. But it's managed to withstand all of the moving from house to house over the years. And so once I started FlossTube, I'm like, I really need to get that out. So I have been working on that tirelessly. And that is made of 40s each set. I need 8 sets. So this is the quilt block. And I don't know if I turned it upside down or not. And some of it's a little wonky, so, but again, I had to make up the difference. Some of the triangles were cut a little wonky, so I did the best I could do with what I had. And here's the two. Here are the two. I made two. I made all the squares. These are the squares right here, and then they're made up of. This is made up of 16 little squares. So every square, I have it written here, 160 triangles I had to sew together. And those 160 triangles went together, and then to get those two sets went together with two more. So this is made up of 4 triangles. And then the 16 block is made up of a solid, one of the 4 triangle squares, a solid, one of the 4 triangle squares. So it's a light and dark. So I managed to put 2 of them together this weekend. And so here is his 2 blocks. And I'm gonna need 12, 10, I don't even know. I'm blocking it out till I get to that part. But anyway, I'm just happy that his quilt has progress. I said, Jack, you might have it by your, let's not get too hasty. Maybe his 12th birthday, maybe 13th. Better than sitting in a thing, not getting done. So Jack's quilt, progress, happy. Okay, next on my notes, yo-yo progress. I know that everybody's really tired of yo-yos. I'm not. I love them. And a lot of people have some yo-yo lovers that always leave comments that they can't wait to see the progress on the quilt. I can't either. I have met my goal for 128 for the month of March. Every month I have to make 128. I told last week that I was working on going to make some big ones too. So here are 100, and then I have more. So altogether I have 119 small ones. And then the big ones, I love these. I have 40. Shh. 40 of the big ones. So lots of small, those are my children out there that I'm shushing. I spend all day shushing children, and I gotta shush children when I get home. Hands up if you shush children. Okay, big ones and small ones. Love these. Okay, and so this is actually a sheet. I found the sheet at the closeout shop that I was talking about for like $2. A twin flat sheet. So this is just a black and white flat sheet. I think they sell it at Target. Mainstays. So those are done for the month of March. Proud of myself. Putting those over there. Okay, lastly, well maybe not lastly, but next to last. I'm still working on the Haunted Mansion right here. I mentioned it last week, and I left the link for the Etsy shop that sells the Haunted Mansion and Small World patterns. And I cannot show you the pattern. Of course, it's printed because it was from its Etsy shop. So I can show you one more time the outside. There's the Haunted Mansion. And I have my, of course, I have my needle minder from the Haunted Mansion right here. And I'm doing this on 28 count even weave. Imagine that. Is that a surprise? And it's coming, I love it. It's just coming along so nicely. I plan on taking it on the trip with us. I just think the 3 ghosts are so cute. It just really captures the personality of the ride, the mansion, and the 3 ghosts are amazing. One of my favorite rides at Disney World. No trip is complete without riding the Haunted Mansion. So that is my whip that I plan on taking on the trip this week. So hopefully I'll have some progress on that whenever I come back. Speaking of the Haunted Mansion needle minder, I placed an order recently, and it comes in this really cute purple padded envelope, and I ordered 3 needle minders from the Needle Attractions is the name of her shop. And she sent me, I'll show you what I ordered. I ordered the Haunted Mansion one. I ordered the Jungle Book. I'm sorry. Jungle River in Adventureland. Right here. Not the Jungle Book. I've lost my mind. And I also ordered, this one is cute. Look at him. It says Sloppy. Instead of coffee, Sloppy. How cute is that? That's how I feel most mornings when I get up to go to work. Until I get some coffee or Starbucks pink drink with no ice. This is the way I feel. But with that order, she's just the sweetest. Kim Gehrig, and she has a Facebook group, Needle Attractions, and she has a lot of drawings and new minders posted a lot of the time. So she has a Facebook group. But when she sent the package, inside the package she sent 2 DMC floss colors. How'd she know? Red and blue. How amazing is that? Patriotic quilt, red and blue. And then Happy Hoppers Haribo gummies. Who you need to shop here so you can get some gummies and some cute needle minders. Again, she doesn't know me. No affiliation with her whatsoever, other than I buy from her shop. Okay, one more shout out to somebody who is like my friend Gulf Coast Stitcher says, who's doing it right. I ordered, well, everybody has seen that I need a lot of black and white fabric, and I order 5x5 or buy 5x5 quilt blocks from Joann's. It makes it much easier to make the yo-yos with the fabric already cut. Takes one step out. So I decided to jump on eBay and see what kind of fabric I could find there. And I bought some fabric from a place I never tried before. I only bought one set of 25 5x5 squares from the Quilter's Assistant because I always like to see if I really like the fabric, because it might be thin, it might not be quilt worthy. And so I ordered and really, really love this quilt pack, a 5 charm pack. With it, she has all of these different sets in her eBay shop. I mean, there's a backside to this too. So, I mean, she's got sets with teal and peach and black and yellow and grays, and she has different sets, and they have different item numbers. So she sent this full color listing of all of her fabric packs that are in her eBay shop. And for this fabric, she has free shipping. So for these 25 5x5 squares was $3.95. $3.95. And that's just an amazing price for the quality of this cotton fabric. It is very thick. You can't see through it at all. I mean, well, you can see through it, but not like see-through fabric. I really like that. I mean, it is thick fabric. So we've got some white triangles and some black with white triangles and black and white arrows. Everybody sick of black and white yet? No, me either. So that was a really good deal. So I went ahead and I jumped on and ordered some more. $4, $3.95 with free shipping. You just can't beat that. I mean, that's just right up my alley with black and white, and anything else I need. She's got the packs already made up for any color choices that you may have. All right, and then I think I have talked about everything I need to talk about. I'm looking at my list again over here, trying to be, oh, again, that was the Quilter's Assistant, and I'll leave a link below, hopefully, about everything I talk about today, in case you're interested. I always like to see what everybody else is doing and look at their links so that I can, you know, if I need it, I want to go get it. I don't want to have to think about, what did she say? You know, so, also, I have some stash enhancement that I've gotten this week. The first thing is, of course, everybody's seen, I'm sure, but the Little House Needleworks Christmas Angel. Super cute little I need to get stitching. I don't have very many Christmas ornaments that are cross-stitched, other than the older ones that, did I hold that up to the camera? I'm so sorry. Other than the older ones that I stitched back in my teens that I have put away. Still trying to figure out how to get some of the yellowing off of it. May just tea dye them all. Because, you know, adds character. Also, I ordered from Stash Unload, maybe? I don't keep track of where I order it from. This is Lizzie Kate, Yankee Doodles. I love Lizzie Kate. And I'm so sad that I'm late to the ball game. And a lot of her stuff is getting harder and harder to find because she's retiring. But anyway, this is a cute little stitch for 4th of July. And I bet my red and blue DMC will come in handy that I got free from ordering needle minders. Last one. Also love the Prairie Schooler. So I ordered this chart. Came a little bit wrinkled, jacked up. It's got a bend in it, but it'll still stitch the same. This is the Prairie Schooler, Prairie Year Rounds, and I fell in love with these when I saw them. That turkey and that jack-o'-lantern. Look at his face. I mean, have you seen a happier jack-o'-lantern in your life? Schoolhouse. I could just see these hung up every month, one a month, on like a hook in the hall. So I love these. These are cute. Prairie Year Rounds on my jacked up chart. But anyway, I can read the chart. It's okay. Speaking of, if you pack a chart for somebody, try to put in some cardboard. I know it costs a little more. I'd rather pay a little more than my chart get all wrinkly. I like to have neat things around me. You wouldn't know it from this table. But anyway, I think that that's all I had to share. I hope I didn't completely bore everybody to tears. I hope to take some video or jump on at Disney World and post some things about Disney World. Maybe not to FlossTube, but just to my channel. Disney World is a happy place. So anyway, I will see you next week. And thanks so much for watching. And have a great week, the rest of it. And see ya next week. Bye.